Well, guys, it's nearly that time of the year again where I take over Las Vegas and it becomes the home of the Gypsy King. And just remember this press conference that we had here on this phone, that I vowed to smash Deontay Wilder to bits. And I will. Tune in, find out. Just know that I am a behemoth among men. 6'9", 270 plus. You know, I am the real star to the big men in the division. They said Sonny Liston was the star to the big men at 6'1" and 215 pounds. But, you know, I'm setting a landmark here. 270 plus, 6'9", stop me if you can. Like a steamroller coming towards you. I don't care about anybody else. They're not on my radar. Nobody's on my radar, only the Bronze Bomber, a.k.a. the Big Tosser. He's the most dangerous heavyweight out there, barring none. And he's the only man that I really care about beating. After him, we will talk. The promoters will do their job, and I'll always do mine. Never worry about the Gypsy King fulfilling his end of the bargain. I will always fucking fight until there's not a fight left in me. You just worry about the other people doing their end of the bargain. I was hoping Joshua could win the fight, but he couldn't, and that's none of my business. And one thing that I have learned in my life, and not that I've ever been involved in other people's businesses, but I always keep this nose out of everybody else's business because it's none of my concern. The only thing I'm bothered about is beating Deontay Wilder, and that's the most dangerous heavyweight out there. And in my opinion, Wilder beats Joshua, Usyk, all the rest of the division comfortable, but he cannot beat me. People can always overlook people, Coogan, but the one thing that I don't do is I never underestimate anybody. Whether he's the smallest man in the room or the fattest man in the room, I'll never underestimate him because I've been underestimated since birth. But yeah, I'm still here representing, still on top of the world. Deontay Wilder, make no mistake, this will be Deontay Wilder's make or break moment in his life. Anybody can lose a fight, anybody can have a bad night. Well, this is his make or break time. He's got nothing to lose. He's a 3-1 underdog. He's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And everybody expects me to go in there and beat him down, which I will. But you can never write Deontay Wilder off because he's at his most dangerous now. And if I was like the rest of the world, then I'd underestimate Deontay Wilder and think, beat the guy easy first time, beat him even easy the second time, I'll take it easy. No. I've trained harder. I've sacrificed. I've been in training camp 7-8 weeks, sacrificing. No families, nothing. I've never ate anything that George didn't cook me. I've never drank anything that George didn't put out for me. You know, I've trained hard twice a day, six days a week. I'm really, really ready and prepared. There's not one thing more that I could say, hand on heart, that I could possibly do to prepare any better for any fight. This is me. I'm at my peak. I'm at the best Tyson Fury ever is now. Don't make much of it because a lot of people speak a lot of words and nothing ever gets done about it. But we will see on the night. And I hope he brings a better fight because last time was disappointing, really, to say the least. I trained for an absolute war and it was a one-sided beatdown. So hopefully he can bring a much better fight this time and give me a challenge. That's what I'm here to be challenged. You know, these challengers need to give me a good challenge. That's what I want, good challenges. None of my real concern about where the belts are, as long as my belts are strapped around my waist. The rest of them, I don't care where they go because, you know, there's only one man who can clear them all up again and bring them back, and that's me. There only ever has been me. I'm sick of saying it. There only ever has been one. There can only ever be one. And you're looking at him. Me, the Gypsy King. It only took me 6 weeks to go from a slick boxing counterpuncher to an aggressive knockout puncher. With 6 weeks with Sugar Hill, changed me full style, full outlook on boxing. Deontay Wilder's had 16, 17 months, however long it is, since we fought, to change his style. I believe he probably could have got a degree from college in that time if he would have worked hard enough. Never mind change his boxing style. You know, anyone can do whatever they want in life. Everybody will have a game plan. Everybody will do what they think they're going to do. Until what Mike Tyson said is 100% true. Until they get punched in the face, then they realise that they've got to do what they've got to do to survive. And that's what boxing is. Everybody's got a great game plan until it comes down to it. And that's what it is. No, you know, I never go into fights if I'm not 100%. I don't go in on 50s and 25s and 35s. I go in 100% and I give 100%. You never hear me making excuses about, oh, why I did this wrong, or why the fight was a bad fight, or whatever, or why I got caught. Shit happens in boxing, Jeff, as you well know. You've been around it long enough to know that now. And you just got to do the best you can. And that's it. Get stuck in and hit him more times than he's hitting you. It ain't rocket science. Boxing is very, very, very simple. You hit the opponent more times than he hits you, and you're probably going to win the fight. And that's how it works. But am I 100%? I'm 1,000,000%. Look at me. I'm in fantastic shape. I'm as fit as a fiddle. I'm sparring 12 rounds. I've got the best sparring partners in the world. I'm absolutely ready. I'm ready today, tomorrow, and forever. I'll always be ready. And I'll never make excuses, because that's not me. I get in, I do the best I can, don't make any excuses, and get on with it. And that's it. When I beat Wilder, I'll be on to the next one, so on and so forth. It's never about the opponent. I don't care what they're going to do. I don't care what they bring to the ring. It's the Tyson Fury show until I hang them gloves up, and then anybody else can take over what they want to do. But until that day, it's all about me, and the roadshow continues. All these years later, since 2008 to 2021, nearly 22, and I'm still undefeated and still talking this smack, because there ain't a man out there born from his mother that can stop me or beat me. I haven't seen one yet anyway. Maybe he's not born, or maybe he is, but he hasn't got the guts to come and fight me. I don't know. But yeah, we'll find out anyway. I spent quite a lot of time with Sugar. Yeah, we had about 1, 2, 3, 1. We've had 4 or 5 training camps now, back to back. We've spent a lot of time in our holidays together, where we were still ticking over, still doing bits and pieces. I've had a long time to get used to his style a bit more now, and he's a fantastic coach. The most knowledgeable, the most experienced boxing man that I've ever had around me, by far. His boxing knowledge is second to none. Very, very, very good technical boxing coach. Best I've ever had in the last 10 years, I'd say, for sure. I don't really make much of all the excuses that were flying around for so long. And I think it just made him a weaker character and less of a man, less of a fighter, because, you know, when you get beat, you get beat. Shake the man's hand and move on. Lots of fighters have lost. Muhammad Ali lost fights. Mike Tyson lost fights. But it's what they do after they lose that makes them who they are. You know, and I've not really got a lot to say about what Deontay Wilder was saying. It's none of my real concern, because when some people lose, they have to make up an excuse why they lost. And that's probably Deontay Wilder's reasons for going into this second fight, to convince himself of whatever happened. And that's up to him. Good luck to him in the fight, and we'll see if he can do anything better in the third fight rather. I'm going to go all guns blazing, full out attack, all the infantry, straight out the door from round 1 until it finishes. It's either going to be me or Wilder. And I can't anticipate it being myself. I've never had a better training camp than I've ever had. I'm in the best shape of my life. You know, all the usual bullshit that fighters say, yada, 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 yada. Great shape, best camp. You know the story, Bob.
Once or twice, right?
Oh, this is actually true this time. And most of the times for me, I'm injury-free, which is the most important thing. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait. Not much more I can say. Opening comment done. Field's open to questions.